and welcome to the Nerdgasm Podcast, a podcast where we talk about things that are nerdy and things that are naughty. I am a delicious meatball marinara known as Merlin Sensei. With me is a chicken BLT known as the 12-sided guy. Of course, we have a wonderful tuna melt known as Switch Riggs. Special guest star Dress Blacks as a sweet onion chicken teriyaki. And of course, the Mupacabra, who is a classic cold cut combo. And that makes us $5 foot longs, any, known as Nerdgasm Inc.
I'll switch
I
with
wanna
you,
be
Dress Blacks.
Yeah, I will too. Sweet onion chicken teriyaki for the win.
That one is exceptionally delicious. I couldn't think of one of my favorites, which is the Italian BMT. And of course,
That's
now
my
that I'm
favorite.
past it, I love the Italian BMT. Toasted on Italian herb and
Italian urban cheese.
yes.
I do not like my Subway subs toasted, but
Then why even get them?
Quiznos, you toast them at Quiznos. I don't toast them at Subway. I don't like them toasted. I don't like Subway's bread toasted. I
Just
think
go to
it's
Jimmy
weird.
John's, we'll be fine.
I like Jimmy John's too, quite a
Dude,
bit.
I always get me a what do they call it? It's the
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
big one. It's not called a Big John, but it's the huge with
Yeah.
like
I
all
get
the meat.
chicken pizziola, double everything on herb and cheese.
Okay.
Herb and cheese.
Yes.
Herb.
Yeah.
Herb.
You got to remember, Canada is more
Yeah.
closely related to England than we are nowadays. So they still have a lot of the,
Yeah,
herbs.
you guys don't pronounce the U in color. It's weird.
Yeah, color.
On the subject of subs, has anybody been to DeBella's? I went there for the first time about a week ago, and they have
Is
sub
that a-
bread.
Is that a new dungeon?
I'll
gonna
be
say, not where I thought
honest. I
that
thought you were
transition
going
was
somewhere
going.
different with the sub comment.
Oh
Yeah.
no! They have bread there with everything bagel seasoning on it.
Bagel fish is
I don't know how I feel about everything bagel seasoning. I mean, it's not terrible, but it can get really messy if it's not like.
Well, I ordered their equivalent
Fine,
of the
correct.
Italian BMT on the everything bread, and it was really good.
I could see that.
I don't like sesame seeds. I'm
relatively-
personally offended by the existence of sesame seeds.
What is your issue with sesame seeds?
I
You
don't like
love the
'em.
street. Why do you have an issue with the seeds?
I don't like the seeds.
Do you like sesame seed sauce, like sesame chicken?
interesting.
No,
There's
because there's
also the
sesame
cult-
seeds.
Also the cult classic of Days Cosmic subs. If anyone's ever gone there. Those
I haven't had them.
I was talking to Mo
Jersey
Guns the
Mike's,
other
they were pretty
day,
good.
and I think we were talking about Firehouse subs or something like
Ooh.
that. And he said they were really good. I can't
They
remember
are.
where he found them.
Okay.
There's a really good sub place in Spokane, Washington called Sparky's that makes meatball marinara that's monstrous.
But you know what? It takes the top every time.
Yeah, they do a really good
Domino's.
friendship too.
Dominoes. Yeah, it's true. Dom is always on top. Sub kind of at the bottom.
Sorry, I had to get us off this. Just move on.
Yeah,
We
well,
got,
hey,
we got like super serious into like the
it's
sandwich
not
discussion.
hard to get off when we're talking about doms and subs.
It's very true.
I'm passionate about my sandwiches. I'm sorry.
All right, let's go ahead and talk about what everybody's talking about. Well, maybe not everybody. Let's talk about Obi-Wan. Let's
Oh.
talk about Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Daddy-Wan?
Yeah,
Ooh,
Daddy-Wan.
that beard, though.
He's so pretty.
He is a handsome man. So many things I want to go ahead and talk about. Number one, Ewan McGregor looking great. You know, he's right back into the part pretty much, sounding great, looking great. I cannot wait later in the season when Liam Neeson's comes to visit, because you know it's going to happen.
Didn't think about that, but they did kind of make a big deal about the whole "I'll teach you how to contact your master" thing, didn't they?
Yeah, well, just don't expect to see him.
Why's that?
Well, I
Because
mean, we're going to see him in ghost form.
He can't appear as a Force ghost. You can only hear him.
Why can't he appear as a Force ghost?
Because he did not learn how to do that before he died. That's why you don't ever see Qui-Gon in the Clone Wars. You only ever hear his voice.
But that's what
But this is after
Yoda was
that.
all about, saying that he does have the ability to in the third movie.
He has the ability to communicate with him. Yes, he has the ability to speak with him, but he can't see him.
I will bet money that we'll probably see him.
I'm just saying.
And Dress Blacks will have a shit fit because they've gone canonically.
I'm just saying, well, so far in canon, Qui-Gon cannot manifest himself visually. Just saying.
Did he just out Star Wars, you guys?
No, I'm very, very against this because I'm like all the other things I've read and that are considered canon says he will be able to.
Give me an example.
We'll see.
Yeah,
we can have this discussion offline. I promise.
Like giggling back there.
I don't know. I could be wrong. They could change it. It's not going to hurt my feelings any. That's just the way I understand it as of right now.
What else can we talk about?
Hey, I took another layer off the top of this. This is not a core. Still pissed about this.
You're just upset because it's off center.
I'll be honest, that's part of what's really bothering me. If it's going to be the core, it should be in the middle. And so if it was in the middle, maybe it wouldn't upset me quite so much. But it's really upsetting.
Yeah. All right. So a couple of things that I noticed about Obi-Wan. Number one, Luke Skywalker, at least for this season, seems to be an extremely minor character in the fact that his name shows up at like the very end of the credits. Not like, Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. Oh, Flea as Vect. And I was like, fuck yeah, Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Love him. As Grand Inquisitor, I cannot remember his name, but he's the voice actor for Obi-Wan Kenobi from Clone Wars. I was like, fuck yeah. And then they were like, oh, Leia Organa, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, no, she's going to be in more episodes. I fucking hate this little bitch.
Don't forget, he doesn't like children to start with.
He doesn't like children. But you want to talk about... No.
She is a walking Princess Peach. She's just like, kidnap me. I'm stupid. I haven't learned anything since my last 17 death-defying dumbassery that I've done.
She's 10.
Yeah.
This, as far as we know, this is her first actual, interstellar adventure. She's 10.
You want to know how we bring a new generation of children, especially little girls, to Star Wars? Princess fucking Leia, Merlin.
Which would be perfectly fine if she wasn't a complete dumbass. We are in a life-threatening situation. We could die at any second. Are you a Jedi? Lift me! No.
You expect a 10-year-old to say?
Merlin, how much time, listen, I know it's not a lot, but how much time have you spent with my children? 6 and 8.
Some?
6 and 7. 6 and 7. Yeah, can you picture one of my kids going, are you a Jedi? Lift me? There's no way you can't say...
You have not raised little girls.
You absolutely know. My little one especially. Squish would be like, lift me!
Oh, I'm a grown-ass adult, and if somebody had Jedi powers...
But she does sass the crap out of Obi-Wan when he's like, I'm your father. She's like, look, man, more like my grandfather.
She's a princess. She's gonna be a little shit. At least a little bit.
That little bit of sass, acceptable. The very minor sass she pulls off, especially against her cousin, I'm like, good, fuck that cousin. And stuff like that. It's like, okay. But there is a line when it's like, cute, kind of kitty, little bit of sass. Okay, this is acceptable. Maybe a teeny bit of comedy relief sass and stuff like that. Versus now I am literally putting everybody and myself in more danger the more I breathe.
Kids do.
Yeah.
I love my girls, but they suck ass. They would be awful in a life and death situation.
And
absolutely
what
awful.
teaches them cooperation and a little bit of respect and stuff?
Spanking.
Life or death situations and being saved by heroes from the Clone Wars. She's going to learn from this. this is going to be the sort of thing that when stuff happens when she's a teenager, which it goes into Rebels, if you've watched that, and she's got a lot more common sense, but she's still ballsy and snarky as fuck.
Switch is gonna have a heart attack. Let's let Switch talk.
Well, I can't talk because none of you have seen episode 3 yet.
Okay.
I was like,
gotcha. It's killing you. We'll get caught up on it. I'm so sorry. I had to work today. We got done late. It's what I
forgot it came out today. Like I said, I thought it was Fridays for some reason.
I haven't seen any of them. Please tell me that the little girl and Obi-Wan have a sass-off.
Not yet.
No, Obi-Wan is failing. He's 0 and like 6.
Like
Obi-Wan
Obi-Wan
depressed right now, to be fair.
Very reserved, you know what I mean? Like
Daddy-Wan is depressed.
Super lay low mode. He's just like, I don't want to deal with this shit. Oh, hey, you're a Jedi too? Don't give a damn. Fucking throw your lightsaber away and leave. You know?
Now, I want to make sure I'm remembering this correctly, and for any of our listeners that might not know Star Wars that well, is they're on
Tatooine. No, Tatooine.
That's the planet they found Anakin on, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
That's the bizarre thing about this. Darth Vader acts like he couldn't fucking find Luke Skywalker. He took him right back fucking home. Obi-Wan did it on purpose because Darth Vader hates sand.
Oh, also Darth Vader believes that his wife died and the children died with her.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know that the children are alive.
I mean, even Obi-Wan didn't know that Vader was still alive until episode 2 of the Obi-Wan miniseries.
I gotta say with
brother.
Who didn't give a rat's ass about his half brother?
Anakin. He didn't give a rat's ass about his half brother.
He has a half brother?
Yeah, Lars.
Who the fuck is Lars?
No, stepbrother.
Stepbrother.
Step half brother.
Not half brother.
Half.
No.
Half?
No.
What?
No, he did not.
Half brother or stepbrother?
Just stepbrother, not half brother.
Either way, he still didn't give a rat's ass about it.
I don't know who that is.
Lars, Uncle Owen. Yeah.
Oh.
Lars Owen. Yeah.
Owen was.
Wouldn't that be his cousin? Wouldn't that be his cousin?
No, that's Anakin's stepbrother. Because his mom got married to the master that bought her from Watto. This is
Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru.
Right. Yeah. And the only encounter Anakin ever had with them was when he went looking for his mom when the Sand People kidnapped her, and he's like, "Oh, so you're my mom's husband master's son? Okay, where the fuck is she? Oh, I gotta go kill some people. I'll be right back."
And honestly, I can't blame Anakin for not wanting to have anything to do with him. It's like, well, what do you mean she's been captured by Sand People? Blah 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 blah. Go fucking save her. So, but
is this in the prequels?
Well, we're getting married.
It's in episode 3.
This is why I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, I can see why Anakin was like, "Fuck off."
Which had his controller up.
So, to clear this up a little bit, Anakin does meet them. The person that married Shmi Skywalker, his mother, basically lost his leg trying to go get them. When there was 40 of them, 5 of them came back after trying to save her. That's why he couldn't go get them. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go save my mom, guys. Yeah, but, cool. You married my mother. I'm gonna try to bring her back," and fails. She dies right there.
But we can also say, to a small extent, fuck the Jedi, because in the years that you were training me, after I personally was a hero in the Naboo War, you couldn't grant me, hey, can I go pick up my mom real quick on the same planet I was just in? Oh, no. The attachments you must give up.
Jedi are supposed to forego attachments. We had a whole conversation about this. Holy shit. About why the dark side is actually stronger than... No, fuck, wait. What are we talking about? The dark side is stronger than the light because the Jedi forego attachments? Well, no, he gave a really intelligent argument.
Like it.
It's not that the dark side is stronger. It's the dark side... You're encouraged to have abilities that the light side is not going to encourage you to have.
But we talked about this. No. What was it? Something about it being out of balance.
Oh, well, they talk about that They talk about Anakin being the prophesied one who would bring balance. The Jedi assumed that meant that he was going to destroy the Sith. They have these flashbacks to Obi-Wan going, "You were the one that was going to destroy the Sith." No, the Sith have already been destroyed. They're down to 2. The Force is out of balance because there's not enough dark side users and there's too many light side users. They're moving too far away from center, and that's why one of the reasons the Jedi had to be destroyed. Bringing the Force into balance meant destroying the Jedi and bringing the balance of light and dark side users back to a center point. And they just completely misinterpreted the entire prophecy.
Yeah, and
But
they kind of go
always
over that
two
too.
there are. Like that's the Sith way. Always two there are for millennia.
Right, but that's also an artificial dogma created by the Sith that isn't supported by the teachings of the Force itself.
I just realized that he has now turned this into a religious thing, and
But
this is
they
why he
are.
understands it, and it is. But I'm completely fucked, and to like try to get into this at all.
Well, try going back to the story. Try going to the stories of the pre-Republic and the stuff that's no longer canon, and look at the Grey Jedi and how successful they were for millennia.
Well, yeah, look at the Force in general, when the Force was literally divine power, and then in the prequels it was like bacteria in your body.
Yes, they did
I
change
absolutely fucking despise midichlorians. That is the number one pet peeve I have with Star Trek. God damn it, Star Wars. I'm wearing a Star Trek shirt and that threw me off because I'm looking at the camera. Anyways, that I absolutely despise midichlorians. The moment Liam Neeson said that when I was watching episode 1, the very first time, I was like, ugh, seriously, what?
We're gonna jump the shark that soon.
For what it's worth, I'm not a big reader of the novels and stuff. I actually don't like reading a lot of like sci-fi when it comes to reading. I like watching it, but I don't like reading it. When it comes to reading, I prefer a lot harder sci-fi like Dune, very dry stuff. No pun intended. Anyway, sorry, I derailed that a little bit.
No, we're all still talking.
Who's the
about
moo
Star Wars.
penny on the track now, bitch?
Yes, that's a new
Fuck,
thing that
sorry.
you missed, Merlin. It's the moo penny. It's the moo penny on the track that derails the train of thought.
I called you a bitch. You're gonna have to add that one to the thing. I apologize. I've been doing
have
pretty
my
good at
phone
that.
right now.
There must be recompense for the
Whichever one
bitching.
you want.
You can take whatever one you want, but the coffee toffee is unopened.
One
and the
lashing
strawberry
per
cheesecake
bitch.
I also haven't put my mouth on. It's not a matter, it's just which
I'm
one.
just gonna do
Any of them
this.
you want.
No, hold on. I have a piece I've been trying to get
Good.
to.
Piece it.
So the Grey Jedi are still a thing in current canon. They are hinted towards in the New Republic or the High Republic stuff that's going on right now for the new books that I've been listening to. And that's one way I do like to listen or do books is because they actually add background noise and music and all the extras now in their audiobooks. Which there's non-Jedi Force users in that timeline, which I think there's and then there's Jedi are plentiful at that point, so are Sith at that point, but yeah, the
From the
Grey
High Republic, it
Jedis.
should still only be 2.
In the High Republic,
With the Sith.
it's no,
'Cause it's
physically
that's
only
only about-
two but it's not like they're not overpowering the High Republic. They're not just two Sith in general. There's a couple groups from what I've read on a couple.
Okay. I haven't been reading into the High Republic stuff. I just figured, the rule of 2 would have been thousands of years old at that point because this is supposed to be Yoda's alive. This is like 250 years prior to episode 4, I believe.
Yeah,
Or prior to
it's
episode 1.
a lot.
So
I don't know the exact timing, but there's a lot of good stuff in the High Republic stuff that's going on. Which I can't wait till they go backwards in time in the shows or something to do part of that.
yeah, I have to admit, during COVID, I did end up watching a lot of Star Wars lore videos. People that have read all the comics and all the books and everything, creating timelines and trying to explain the deep backstories and making interpretations of things, and that's where I get a lot of my info from. So, yeah, it's only as accurate as I remember it being.
All right, we can get off Star Wars. 20
Well,
minutes
we
in.
can't yet because
Oh.
we need to talk about third sister Reva,
Yeah, I like second
What
sister.
about her?
who has a full-blown fucking vendetta against Obi-Wan. And honestly, I if I were to guess, it's because Obi-Wan didn't come to save the younglings, because Switch and I and 12 were kind of discussing this for a few minutes before the podcast. We're like 90% sure that Reva was one of the younglings at the very beginning of episode 1. Like while Order 66 was going on, and they were like, oh no, Master, I can't remember the female Master Jedi that was trying to protect him. It's like, what do we do now? And then one of them was like, we run, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think Reva has it out for Obi-Wan because he didn't save them, or didn't come to save them, and that's why she's so fucking gung-ho. Also, the super duper, technically not a backstabbing, a stomach stabbing of Reva to the Grand Inquisitor.
I thought that was kind of an anticlimactic into the Grand Inquisitor, to be honest.
I agree, and I'm disappointed because, again, I love that voice actor.
How do I not remember that? I watched these episodes.
And
She stabbed him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
at the
Straight
very end. Pretty
Like, as
much.
she's like goading Obi-Wan and saying that Anakin's
Yeah.
still alive.
And then the Grand Inquisitor comes back.
That-
It's like, back off,
I'm
bitch.
saying
I'm
that.
taking over. And then,
I don't remember
he
this.
was going to do something. And then she was like, fuck you. You think I'm going to let you take, the credit, as Obi-Wan jumps into the escape ship and flies off with Leia.
I don't remember that. But
I find it's interesting that she knows Anakin is Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Because
Ooh.
that's always come across as a pretty secretive thing in most of the lore. So that actually lent me not thinking that she had a vendetta against Obi-Wan because of anything personal between the two of them, but because she has a crush, rough, give or take, on Vader. That she wants to
Gotcha.
be his right-hand person.
It would not be the first time that they introduced a character that was hard crushing on Vader. Like you mentioned in the comics, I think that's a storyline. One of the nurses.
It could be
was, like,
both. It
super
could
into
be
him or
that
something.
she has a vendetta from Obi-Wan having been a youngling at the temple and ending up with a crush on Vader, or, whether it's romantic or simply a mentor sort of thing. I don't know. But
I'll have to do my research again on it, but it's in the comics somewhere when they actually meet the librarian Jedi that I think that the third sister finds out. But I have to redo my research on that.
Gotcha.
Jocasta Nu.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the name of the librarian?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I
just
love it. We
found-
can
I
nerd
just
out for
found a
20
meme.
minutes.
I just found a meme that said, Master Sir, I heard Yoda talking about midichlorians. I've been wondering, what are midichlorians? And it's
Cocaine.
It's Liam Neeson saying midichlorians are the powerhouse of the Jedi.
Ouch. My favorite meme that's happening right now is the guy's looking down the row of people at a pool, and he sees Obi-Wan, and then next frame is Stranger Things looking at him, and he's like, I need you to sit back down. And looks right back at Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I'm still really glad that we learned that mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. It is going to come up really in handy in mitochondria season coming up here.
That's like I'm so glad I learned how to do my taxes.
Oh,
but it'll come in. Don't worry, I'm set for parallelogram season.
That's right.
Stationary writing.
All right, it's time for another episode of Merlin Bitches About Pokemon Unite.
Don't worry, we'll have some happy stuff summon.
Don't worry, we'll get to the good stuff. We'll get to what? What do you want, Moo? What is it?
We could talk about Star Trek.
Which part? What part?
Strange New Worlds.
Which episode?
We're caught up on that one actually.
Yeah, we just
I really like it.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I'm trying really hard. I have tried to get into Next Gen. Ask him. We have tried watching Next Gen, and it's just not doing it for me. And I don't know if I'm just not watching the right ones or what it is, but I've actually really enjoyed all of Strange New Worlds so far. I did fall asleep during one episode, but that was more just because my sleep schedule is fucked. But like, I really enjoy it. First of all, it doesn't hurt that Christopher Pike is gorgeous. But like, I also really enjoy. What's number one's name? She's really pretty too. Una, thank you.
Una,
Why can't
yeah.
I remember that? I really enjoy her as a character. I really like the Doctor.
The nurse or the doctor?
Not the nurse, the Doctor.
I think the
Where
nurse.
he had him. No, I don't like the blonde hair, and she's too skinny.
Oh.
I like her as a character.
Okay, I was gonna
I don't
say,
think
what's
she's-
does her
no.
characteristics matter?
No, I enjoy. That's what they're like. Do you you have an interest in archaeological medicine, don't you? She's just like, well, all right, here we go.
I still call bullshit that they wouldn't teach suturing at med school if you're going out on exploration ship.
I agree with that.
I do too. Yeah, to at least the medic is like, come on.
I really enjoyed the whole. I liked the whole idea with the lights, and I don't want to give too much away with the
Whereas
being in the
episode-
light versus being in the which one?
The second episode?
The episode where you find out about the Illyrians.
Oh, third. Okay.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that whole storyline. I thought it was clever. I thought it was another, we don't hate people. We shouldn't hate people because they're different sort of thing, which I get. That's kind of the point of Star Trek. But like, the rest of the episode was really good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed I don't know. I think they do a really good job with it.
Sorry to burst your bubble on that, but they never get over genetic mutation.
I know. It's just which group do we not like this week? I get it.
Well,
but
there's actually a storyline about that in Deep Space Nine when they find out Dr. Bashir is genetically enhanced.
Yep, they do.
And that's
And-
200 years in the future from
Yeah.
Strange New Worlds.
Then you have the
not
holograms
200.
with Voyager and stuff like that, trying to, equality for everybody. But yeah, there's a whole lot of good episodes in there. The one that you like the most is one that I did not like the most. I actually
Really?
Oh yeah, I kind of jumped all over the place, and the answer was a little like, really, you couldn't do this or that. It was a little weird for me. But their latest episode with the Gorn and
Yeah.
showing the Gorn ever,
Mhm.
giving that horror type of thing, definitely was good. And then having characters that normally would not probably interact very much, interacting like with the engineer and the Uhura working on the nuclear device together.
I thought that was really well done.
Yeah.
I also so I brought this up during this. There's a scene with Spock and Angry Girl. What's the Angry Girl's name?
Noonien Singh.
Yeah, Noonien Singh. How did I not remember that? There were a couple things that he said to her, and the tone he spoke in. I know the actor was probably going for detached, but it felt kind of oddly charged in a way that made me uncomfortable. That I was like, it sounded a little bit. I don't know how to explain it, and I'm not going to be able to think of a specific line.
Are you ready to be done yet?
That might have been one of them, something like that. But it just, something in the tone of his voice was coming across as more charged than I think it was meant to. And I'm kind of interested to see what they do with that, to see if it was just me reading into something that's not necessarily there or not. So.
Speaking of Noonien Singh, I've got one small. This isn't even a critique of the show necessarily, but a suspicion. Anybody else watch The Expanse?
No, sadly.
Rios was in that, wasn't he?
No.
The actor that plays Cristobal Rios?
No.
Oh, no?
No.
Okay.
It's a sci-fi show done by Amazon for Prime. Anyways, there's a character in The Expanse named Drummer, who is very, very similar in appearance and attitude and even job position to Noonien Singh, who's quite popular in the sci-fi community for people who follow The Expanse. And I find myself a little suspicious that she was cast in that part and had that part created to emulate the character from The Expanse. Because the visual similarities between the characters and the way that they're both written are quite similar.
Maybe that's what we're looking for. So go ahead, Merlin. Sorry, as you deadpan in the entire section.
Merlin's frozen.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. He's being a dick.
That was a good one. You looked frozen.
Oh, there's things
Fine.
moving
You
around
held
in
it
the
quite
background.
well.
All right, so Merlin bitches about Pokemon Unite. So, it is now June at time of recording. Surprise, surprise. And it's supposed to be the Pokemon Unite Club membership should now be allowing people to receive this month's bonuses. Like the new Poke Gear, Hollowware, and whatever else and stuff like that. The Unite team fucked up the coding for it, so you can't get your new stuff until this month's subscription ends and you renew for the next one, which is kind of here nor there. It's just a big kind of bleh. You know what I mean? They said that they will fix it in future patches or whatever, so that on the first day of every month, you can go ahead and access your whatevers, and stuff like that. Also, they released a new mode that you can go ahead and try out for this month called Catch 'em mode, where you can actually go ahead and catch one of the larger objective Pokemon that are on the field, such as the Araquanid, or whatever, which is the water spider one, Electrode, Zapdos, Articuno. You can go ahead and capture them, and then you have like 20 seconds or something that you can go ahead and change over to that form. And then once you change over to that form, you get to stay in that form and use 2 of that Pokemon's attack moves for about 30 seconds or so.
Cool.
It's not bad. It's kind of silly, but it's whatever. Yes, Moo.
I gotta tell you, the last weekend my kiddo was here, the younger one, she was playing Pokemon. She was playing Pokemon Unite. Like, she was trying, but she has no idea how that game actually works. And all I could picture was like her being the one that you're on the other side of the screen, like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Because she had no idea what she was doing. She was just like, Mom, look, I'm Pikachu. I'm like, great job, kiddo. You're doing a great job.
And that is not necessarily an issue with player knowledge. That is an issue with matchmaking. That
I agree
has
with
been
that.
an absolute shit show since the game came out. What else about Pokemon Unite is pissing me off? Oh yeah, their coding is completely broken again for the catch 'em all mode missions. Every day you can go ahead and complete missions, gain points and stuff like that towards whatever the objective is and stuff like that. I will get you into. Oh, never
Oh,
mind.
she's
They're
blacking out.
making out.
That or Titmouse is passing by again, so I don't have to black her out again.
So you have your daily missions that you can go ahead and do that can get you like 100 and some odd points towards, the mission objectives. And then you've got other daily missions you can do, like play a ranked game, do this, do that. Those particular missions don't work. For some reason, you can't get the points for those. And granted, the missions or whatever, the event has been going on for only 2 days at time of recording, but there's been absolutely no word on it. The shop has not been restocked with anything that you can go ahead and purchase with fashion tickets. I believe it's been 140 days or something like that. No new Hollowware that you can purchase with Hollowware tickets. has been included. So again, that's fucking useless. There are rumors that on June 9th, Delphox will be joining Unite, so we'll go ahead and see if that happens. And that's Merlin bitching about Pokemon Unite. Now, on the complete opposite end of things, let's fucking talk about Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet.
Fuck yeah.
Holy shit! Earlier today, they went ahead and released the second trailer for the game, and there are so many questions that I need to ask. Number one, it looks like we have...
Hold, we have a question.
You gonna release a trailer for a Pokemon game when they're all exactly the same thing? What is it different? Why is it? It's literally this one you go through and it's yellow. This one you go through and it's red. This one you go through and it's blue. It's Scarlet or it's Sapphire. It's Emerald. It's whatever the fuck.
Why do we?
It's
It
the same game.
introduces new characters and new Pokemon, which I was about to get to.
That's it.
It's just like also. Why do we have a trailer for Scream 5? It's everyone's gonna die. We have one because we want people to know what's happening. It's called hype.
Why do we have trailers
but
for a
it's
new
just-
season of a show? Oh, we know Stranger Things. Eleven's going to be a badass with psychic powers.
I
Please
guess I
don't
just-
hate at us because of Moo.
Don't understand. Like I thought maybe it was going to be something different. I was kind of getting excited.
What's
like,
wrong with that Moo woman? She
They've
hates
combined
Pokemon. She hates Star Trek Next
They've
Gen.
combined it with Breath of the Wild or something. It's freeform now.
That's Sonic Frontiers.
Yeah,
Yes, I
For
thought the
fuck's
same
sake.
thing actually.
but there is some new features that actually make me want to buy.
There are,
a
which
couple
we're going to go ahead
copies
and
of the
go
game.
after, Moo, with your permission.
Go for it.
All right. Number one, we go ahead and meet the professors for this edition. Professor Sada and Professor Turo. Number one, Professor Sada has a very, how do I want to put it? Cave woman kind of look to her in the stuff that she's wearing. Maybe not cave womanish, but tribal-esque, if
Yes.
that kind of makes sense.
Very tribal.
She also has fangs. Hot as fuck. And then we have Professor Turo, who is 100% daddy material. Oh my god. Take Will Riker and turn him into a Pokemon professor, and that is Professor Turo.
He also has cybernetic body armor on.
Yep.
You had me till cybernetic body armor.
Which kind of brings us to the
And a black
question
coat.
that Scarlet and Violet may be like ancient tactics versus technological superiority. Is that what this whole thing is about? Like, that's, questions being asked. We also meet who I'm assuming is our rival, Nemona. And when one of the first things that Nemona says to your character is, "Are you these three's trainer?" And I was like, do we get to have all three of the starter Pokemon off the rip?
He does kind of look like a Backstreet Boy. I'm
kind of excited about that potential.
I'm not loving the shaved sides.
A little bit later in the trailer,
in a bodysuit and they didn't give him a dick bulge. Are you kidding me? He's not a daddy.
Just move through all of this, Switch.
Sorry.
We can call her mommy though. I'll give her mommy
Daddy.
status.
No worries. I'll be running the trailer the entire time that we're talking about this. So.
Oh, okay, good. A little bit
for Moo Square.
The Moo Square, yeah, just right over top of Moo.
Oh no, we're all on the right side when we talk about things like this.
A little bit later on in the trailer, it shows what looks like, 4 characters meeting up, and we think it's just them, kind of meeting up for like maybe a special event, like a Gigamax, Pokemon to take down or something like that. And then they all split. And then it shows us following each of them. So it leads a lot of us to think, can there be 4-player co-op at the same time going on in the same world? Which is kind of fantastic. Also, we meet...
There's an article by Kotaku, by the way, and the title is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's Professors Are Uncomfortably Attractive.
Yep.
That's the name of the article. There is another one, though, that says Pokemon Scarlet and Violet will have different version professors 4-player co-op. So.
Yeah.
We meet... we've actually met one other Pokemon that Nemona throws out that they didn't name right away. He looks like kind of a electric teddy bear cat thing.
It's so cute.
Then of course we meet Lechonk, the little piggy Pokemon.
You did
and-
send me a picture of Lechonk today, and
Yeah.
I was like, I do love that his name is Lechonk.
Yeah.
Do they still have the design Pokemon, or do they just like run a random Pokemon generator?
Just slam them together, see what happens.
We'll get to that later. Now, all of the visuals and stuff like that about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet so far, as well as some of the names like Nemona and Lechonk, make
That's
me think
Lechonk.
that this particular area of the Pokemon
It's kinda like
world
Pichon.
is modeled after France.
What?
From Ranma. It looks a little bit like Pichon from Ranma.
I don't know what Ranma
also
is.
meet another
What's the dick
grass type
Pokemon?
Pokemon.
Do we get the dick Pokemon's name? I want to know what the dick with the tail's name is.
Oh, she's talking about the red starter.
No, the Violet
No?
starter.
Oh, well, the
No,
he's
no, no,
physically
no.
red.
No, that's Fuecoco. No, she's talking about the legendary for Violet.
Oh, okay.
It looks like a dick with a tail.
Yeah. Well, since it shows up at the end of the trailer, usually I'm trying to take this in order. You did watch the trailer, right, Moo?
Oh,
Of course she didn't. That's not this. She's busy. She's had work.
He turns into the little pig when he gets wet.
And it looks like the release date is going to be
we all
November
turn like
18th.
into little pigs when we get wet, don't we?
So that's a
Yes.
bit sooner than I expected, which is kind of cool.
Oh,
I still need to finish my remakes of not Diamond Pearl.
Sword and...
No, the one that came after, like chibi form, not
Oh,
Arceus.
no, that is Brilliant.
Oh, yeah, is it
Diamond.
Was
Brilliant Diamond?
Arceus the
Shining
open?
Pearl.
Was Arceus the open world one?
Yes.
Didn't they do an open world Pokemon? Was it good?
I felt it was good. It's definitely going to play differently. And everyone needs to back the fuck off of the graphics. It's the Switch people.
Yeah,
turns
true.
into her when he gets wet.
He
But,
turns into her when he gets wet?
But
Fun
oh,
film.
Ramna 1/2.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
telling me that Lechonk looks like...
I just thought
Somebody-
Pichon looked kind
Yeah.
of like Pichon.
Yep.
I don't...
Yep.
So I just wanted to show her Pichon.
Or
And then we
Ryoga
start-
in his human form.
She's not seen Ranma 1/2.
That's okay.
I will fix that eventually.
Thank you.
I don't know. The longer this particular episode keeps going, the more I want to kick Moo off the podcast.
Oh, this is not her section, or at least not the stuff that she looks at every day. I think it's time for Merlin to get on with
that's
the
right.
You can't be
I-
watching
I
anime
forgot
all
that
the
I
time when
actually
you watch
do-
real pornography too.
The Geeky Wiki. Sunday, June 5th, your sneaky peeky was... What did I say it was? Was it Pancho Villa's birthday? I feel like I said that for some reason. Or was it National Gingerbread Day? I don't know. Anyway, Sunday, June 5th, World Environment Day, Constitution Day in Canada. I think that's Canada. Is that Canada? No. Is that
Canada or Canada?
That's Denmark. It's Denmark. It's hard to tell. All I saw was red and white, and I was thinking, is that Canada? It's also Hot Air Balloon Day, National Cancer Survivors Day, National Gingerbread Day, National Veggie Burger Day, Pentecost, Sausage Roll Day, the birthday of Brandon Ferris, National Headache Awareness Week, birthday of Pancho Villa, Pet Appreciation Week, National Business Etiquette Week, National Commuter Challenge, Bed Bug Awareness Week, and Community Health Improvement Week. Monday, June 6th, National Higher Education Day, Whit Monday, Western Australia Day, Russian Language Day, National Yo-Yo Day, Queensland Day, National Gardening Exercise Day, National Eyewear Day, National Drive-In Movie Day, National Applesauce Cake Day, D-Day, or the remembrance of D-Day, the birthday of that bitch Carol Baskin, and the birthday of Neha Kakar?
Ha!
Tuesday, January. I created a new month. Look at me. Tuesday, June 7th, anniversary of the Memorandum of the Slovak Nation, Daniel Boone Day, Love Island Day, National Chocolate Ice Cream Day, National VCR Day, World Caring Day, Prince's Birthday, British Heart Week, and the birthday of YouTube star Prince Vegeta. Not the Prince of All Saiyans, but the YouTube star. Wednesday, June 8th, World Oceans Day, Bounty Day, International Day of Action for Elephants and Zoos, National Best Friends Day, National Name Your Poison Day, National Upsy Daisy Day, Thomas Paine Day, the birthday of Joan Rivers, and the birthday of YouTube star Michael Family Fun Pack.
Thomas Paine is Give Me Liberty or Give Me Death, correct?
Maybe. Maybe.
Continue. I'm going to Google it.
Some of his most acknowledged works include The Age of Reason, The Rights of Man, and Common Sense. These books and pamphlets have
Patrick
led to the
Henry.
making of his reputation, but has stirred a mix of controversies and conversation as well within the society. It used to be known as Free Thinkers Day, or is also known as Free Thinkers Day.
Common Sense. Thomas Paine wrote Common Sense. Never mind. I'm sorry. My brain is...
Thursday, June 9th, Day of La Rioja, International Dark and Stormy Day, which I believe is a type of drink. National Donald Duck Day, National Earl Day, and that is Earl as in the old English type of Earl, not just guys named Earl. Fucking National Sex Day, hey-oh!
Which day was this?
June 9th, Thursday. National Strawberry Rhubarb Pie Day, the birthday of Les Paul, as in the guitarist or guitar maker, Les Paul, and the birthday of Johnny Depp, who recently basically won his suit against Amber Heard.
Pretty much everything, yeah.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
She got him on one cause of defamation for $2 million, but she owes him $15 million.
Right.
That bitch.
Friday, June 10th.
Don't lie in court.
National Iced Tea Day, National Ballpoint Pen Day, National Black Cow Day, and for those of you that don't know, that's a root beer float made with chocolate ice cream, not vanilla ice cream. A regular root beer float is also colloquially known as a brown cow.
Root beer float is a brown cow. A black cow, I believe, is cola and ice cream.
We're about to find out.
You know she's looking this up.
Perfect time to celebrate a cold and refreshing beverage. Many people also know the black cow as the humble root beer float or ice cream soda. Some people even substitute vanilla ice cream with chocolate ice cream, making it a brown cow.
Beer and vanilla ice cream is black cow. I apologize. I thought it was cola and ice cream was a black cow because I know grape soda and ice cream is a purple cow.
A black cow is a beverage made with root beer and vanilla ice cream. What? No, that's a brown cow.
Well,
that's
you know what?
Too.
You know
my life is a lie.
Not sponsored, but Soda Grill, you have failed me at the naming of my cows. That's where a brown cow.
Yeah, I feel like that's what I know as too. Okay. But June 10th is also National Egg Roll Day, National Herbs and Spices Day. There you go. 12. Happy. The birthday of Taylor Armstrong and the birthday of Teresa Caputo. Finally, Saturday, June 11th is Yarn Bombing Day. It does not sound as bad as it does.
No. It's when you knit like around something.
Yep.
Like a tree.
Yep, that's
or a
100% correct. It's also Say Hi Day. National German Chocolate Cake Day, National Making Life Beautiful Day, National Rosé Day, National Corn on the Cob Day, King Kamehameha Day, Goku. He came to save us from the stars. No, it isn't the actual King Kamehameha of Hawaii. Belmont Stakes, which is a horse racing event.
Belmont Stakes is one of the 3 races that make up the Triple Crown. Belmont Stakes, Kentucky Derby, and the Preakness.
There you go. Oxfam Water Week and the birthdays of Claire Holt and Kodak Black. Your sneaky peeky at next week's Geeky Wiki, starting with Sunday, June 12th. National Peanut Butter Cookie Day.
Yummy, yummy.
All right.
You guys can
That's
have my
that's
hair.
it for me for this episode. So you guys go ahead and take over for the gasm portion.
Well, before the gasm portion, I just have like two cute little things that I have to brag about. Number one, my children had their award ceremonies at school today, and they broadcasted them on the internet. My older daughter was third in her class for reading, which was super excited. My younger daughter was first in her class for math. And that was really exciting for me because I did not know she was good at math, which breaks my heart that I didn't know that. But I'm so excited for her, and I'm so proud. The other thing that I want to brag about for a second, you can earmuffs if this makes you uncomfortable. I told a very long, convoluted story the other day about a Care Bears glass that my ex-husband's mother had given me for Christmas one year. I was blitzed out of my mind on Dilaudid because I had kidney stones, and it was the only thing that I received that Christmas that I understood what it was. And it was a Tender Heart Bear glass, and it was from like the early 1980s from Pizza Hut. And I told a very long, very rambly story about these cups and about when my ex-husband broke it because he has a tendency to break my things, not on purpose, just because he's careless. And I told the story, and a few days later, a new one showed up at the house because Dress Blacks ordered one for me. Not only that, he ordered a matching Grumpy Bear mug so that Titmouse would have one too. Cup, not mug. So now we have matching Care Bear glasses. And I'm very thankful. It was very sweet. It was very thoughtful. Into the gasm portion. Merlin, I refuse to let you avoid this.
How dare you?
We talked about, I know, right? Wibbly Wobbly Timey Wimey. I believe this will come out before that.
Yes.
Yeah. So we talked about sex positions. We talked all about positions. And
In the
I
future.
want to know, in the future, we'll be talking about sex positions for you guys, wibbly wobbly bitches. Goodness gracious, excuse me. So I want to know what your favorite position is.
The butter churner, which I think
That's-
we talked about before.
That's your favorite. That's like your go-to?
It's easy, it's accessible, and it's not necessarily just plain vanilla, you know what I mean? Like if I had my druthers, my favorite position is probably cowgirl because I love me dem boobies and I love seeing them bounce. But, you know, as far as pleasure for both parties involved, and I take pleasure when the woman I'm with, you know, is having pleasure, is the butter churner.
Male version of the Amazon, right? My understanding of this is correct.
It's
She's kind of got
similar.
her pelvis tilted up, and you're kind of going down.
It's almost like putting her legs behind her head, but maybe not quite that far, and then you can kind of go in at a little bit of an angle, and it just helps with deeper penetration. So
I
it's
didn't
good
know
for
that's called
people
a butter
that may
churner.
be slightly less endowed than others.
I didn't know that's what that was called.
I don't either.
I just was calling it maybe in bendy, but that works out. I just wanted to tell you guys how much fun I had recording that episode. For whatever reason, it flowed really well. I really enjoyed talking about positions. I think we had a lot of really good things to say. And I was thinking about something that I brought up, or that I was going to bring up, and then I didn't. Or I started to, and that is the idea of modifying positions based on your body type. I am the kind of person that, like, I have pretty much exclusively never dated a man that's thin, like that's stick thin. It's just not something I've ever done.
As we have said many times, and to anyone that knows Moo's personal history of boyfriends and suitors, Moo has a type. If you look at Dress Blacks and if you look at me,
I have a type.
there are many similarities between us. Beard, glasses, a bit chonky.
I have a type. And so I think one of the things that I want to talk about, and also I say this as somebody who also, like, I have a belly. I'm not stick thin. So there are certain things that I've had to sort of learn to adjust. because of that. One thing that I meant to mention, but I didn't, is don't be afraid to move your belly if it's in your way.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds weird and like odd that I would have to mention that specifically, but there are fully times that I've been like, my belly is in my way, and I will pick it up and move it because that's a thing that happens.
Whenever, I mean, just even basic-ish missionary, you know what I mean? But with me in a more upright position, I mean, yeah, I got a big tummy, and sometimes it's just not quite rubbing the right way, so I lift it up a little bit and I rest it, on the other, person's
Participant.
tummy.
Doggy is a big thing. People that are like, oh, I can't do doggy style because I'm fat. First of all, yes, you can. Second of all, just pick it up and move it. Like, it's not...
You don't want to be like this. You want to be like this if you're taking it.
Well, and I did talk about that too. There's a difference in the angle of your back. There was something else that I brought up after the podcast that I said I wanted to talk about.
Sorry.
I don't either. Fuck my ass. I don't know. Does anybody else have anything for that Moo Penny on the tracks? It's fucking gone, guys. That's not even... I can't even blame Moo Penny on the tracks because it wasn't like I thought of something else and got derailed. My brain just never got back on the train from yesterday.
I
got the somebody suggested a third costume for the eventual photo shoot. Adam West Batman, for some reason, is the one that because of the bat pole, right? For the pole dancing photo shoot eventually.
Do you know how to do the Batusi?
No. Oh yes. Oh my god. I haven't thought about that in forever.
Honestly, I'm surprised that they didn't suggest what is his name? Goddamn paterfamilias. George Clooney. George Clooney bat nipples.
Because nobody likes.
I could see that.
He didn't say George Clooney Batman. He said George Clooney bat nipples. There's a difference.
Just garbage bag.
I've never seen any of those Batman movies.
They're super campy and horrible, but they're borderline horribly good.
A cult classic.
I love those old ones.
I will still say that Jim Carrey is probably one of the best Riddlers ever.
Yes.
Tommy Lee Jones's Two-Face,
Really? Because I just read an article the other day talking about how Tommy Lee Jones, it was like an article that was like basically actors that were like leagues above the other people in there.
That movie. He
but
hated
like
working with Jim Carrey.
He talked about it was talking about how like he was so good, like he's too good for it. Like but like other people didn't match his level. And that was part of the problem of why it didn't do as well. I don't know. I've never seen it. I just remember reading that and thinking...
I feel like it was potentially the other way around with that. Like, Tommy Lee Jones thought, so to speak, and rightfully so, to be honest, that he was better than this role. And I think it was just not good casting in that particular one. They were just like, we need a big name, you know what I mean, for Two-Faces. Like,
right, as if they didn't have enough big names in the movie already.
Is that the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
No, that's the one after that. First is Two-Face and Riddler. Then after that is Poison Ivy and Mr. Freeze. And
what about Penguin?
He was number 2, Batman Returns, and Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
I thought Two-Face and the Riddler were in the same movie because I remember hearing Tommy Lee.
They were. Two-Face and Riddler were in Batman Forever, and then Batman and Robin had Batgirl show up, played by Alicia Silverstone, that had Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze, Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy, and then one of the worst Bane interpretations until the Nathan movies. Nathan
Nolan movies.
Nolan.
Nolan,
Christopher Nolan. That's right.
Dark
Yep.
Knight series.
Yeah, that then became the worst.
I'm
Bane.
taking this back from the nerdy side. If you had to fuck one of them, which one? Would you take Poison Ivy or would you take Catwoman?
Which
Michelle
I was going to
Pfeiffer.
say you have to be very specific.
Yeah, she threw out Quinn for you. You can't have her.
I have to go for Uma Thurman, Poison Ivy.
I think Uma Thurman looks like a frog.
Her eyes are just
Her
too far
eyes,
set
yes,
apart.
they're just a little too far apart, and I think she looks like a frog. And I know that's mean, but I just
find Michelle Pfeiffer boring.
Catwoman, because I know for a fact that sleeping with Poison Ivy would kill me because that woman produces whole sorts of toxins through her skin.
Right. Well, there's a 99% chance that the Poison Ivy you'd be sleeping with is technically a plant clone of Poison Ivy and not the actual Poison Ivy. So, but if I were to have to fuck one of them, it would probably be Michelle Pfeiffer. But in her prime Catwoman, I would fuck Eartha Kitt in a minute.
I would fuck Eartha Kitt in a minute. Are you kidding me? I would fuck her today and she's dead. I love her so much.
Necrophilia.
Nerdgasm endorses necrophilia.
I did not
as of today.
endorse it.
Careful.
Necromancy first, necrophilia second.
She was fucking crazy, and I loved her in Ernest Scared Stupid, which I know is a weird movie to like her from, but I loved her in that movie. Her version of Santa Baby is the only version of Santa Baby that doesn't make me want to gouge my ears out with rusty spoons.
I always get confused and think that it's the version that's sung by Marilyn Monroe, but it's not. It's Eartha Kitt singing
Eartha
it.
Kitt?
Always confused and always thought it was Marilyn Monroe.
I would fuck Mr. Freeze, by the way. I had a weird thing for Arnold Schwarzenegger for a long time because of Terminator.
Okay, number one,
the
not to
the
say
animated series Mr. Freeze is so much cooler though.
Literally, and yes. And that's because the backstory that they made for Mr. Freeze in the animated series was so good that it became canon.
I've never seen Batman the animated series.
Some of the best Batman there is.
Yep.
Fucking podcast, get her gone.
I don't know if you guys remember this, but when I was growing up, I was a girl. And they didn't encourage girls to watch that stuff.
Watch it now.
Yeah, that and the 9 million other things that I fucking have to catch up.
Do you know why the original Teen Titans animated series failed? Because it was too popular with girls.
Really?
That is a fact.
Yeah.
But it wasn't selling merchandise.
Exactly. It was too popular with girls, but girls didn't buy action figures, and therefore it wasn't making its money.
That sucks.
It was popular. It was popular with girls and older fans who may be collectors but don't buy toys in the volume that they need children to buy toys. So they had to make Teen Titans dumber and more attractive to small children.
I've never seen Teen Titans.
Oh, that and Batman Beyond and Batman the original series. Oh. All of those three. Hey, that's all DC I care about. I did watch what was it? When they're older, not Legends.
Young Justice.
Young Justice. I did watch that on a binge, but those three are my favorite. Beyond animated series and Teen Titans.
Gotcha.
Well, so if you got to pick a super person you could have, so anybody that you wanted, who would you have sex with?
Winter Soldier.
Raven.
What? Hold up. I got Raven and then
Winter Soldier.
Fair enough. Okay.
That's just using DC. It's Raven. Sorry.
Oh, in DC? Fuck. I gotta think about that for a second. DC? Fuck. Wonder Woman, probably.
Raven.
Oh, yeah. Raven or
I don't know.
I don't care. Either one.
What's her name? Zatanna.
Oh, yes. Another good choice.
Digging deep.
Was Wonder Woman not the one I was supposed to say there? I think I was
That's
probably supposed to. Oh,
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, considering how much I think you know about the DC universe, your options were Harley Quinn, Catwoman, Poison Ivy,
Harley Quinn is buckets
Wonder
crazy.
Woman, and Supergirl. I'm assuming those are the only 5 you might know.
I mean, like, there were men to pick from, too. Clearly, I just didn't go with any of them because they kind of all suck.
And then how about Marvel?
Nightwing. I could see you banging it out with Nightwing, Moo.
True.
Yeah, I can see that.
Is he not a child?
No,
No.
Nightwing is grown-up Robin.
Yeah.
Oh, that I might do.
Or maybe
I
Red
think
Hood, because he's voiced by
Which
Jensen
Robin?
Ackles? I would
Jensen
fuck
Ackles.
Jason.
Is it-
Yeah.
Is it Dick Grayson or
Red Hood
which
was
Robin is it? That's Nightwing.
Yeah, Dick Grayson is Nightwing.
Nobody ever picks Red Robin.
Yum.
Nobody really
Marvel
likes
probably Winter Soldier. So yeah,
this
that one's pretty easy.
See, I
Or
even
Captain
forget his name.
America. I like Captain America, but Winter Soldier probably just because he's I don't know. I read a fan fiction once involving Winter
Not
Soldier
surprised.
and knives, and I don't know. I'm afraid of knives, but it was hot.
Knives from Scott Pilgrim? I'm confused.
Knives Chow? I
Yeah.
bang
No,
Knives Chow once she
Like
hits
in
18.
the fan fiction, the Winter Soldier held a knife to somebody's throat.
Oh, okay.
While
Wasn't that Captain America's?
it was Captain America that he held the knife to the throat. But listen, I can dream, okay?
He held a knife to Captain America's throat while jerking him off or something.
He was
you
not
could kill
jerking
Cap
him
that
off,
way, but yeah.
I love the shades of red she's going as she's picturing this on screen. There we go.
Well, with that wonderful picture in everyone's mind, I think we're going to go ahead and call it an episode. So thank you all so much for coming and listening to us and watching us and just being generally wonderful people for tuning in.
Wondering what's wrong with us?
Oh, I think it's very obvious what's wrong with all of us. Until next time.
Happy
dear
Pride,
listeners,
everybody!
Happy Pride Month. And please, especially this Pride Month, remember to be excellent to each other.
Enjoy yourselves and love yourselves. Be good to yourselves. Give yourselves grace. I hate saying it, but drink your water. You gotta stay cool. It was balls hot outside today. Please be careful. You're so ineffective.
So here's a question before we leave off. If you're going down on poison ivy, is that eating your salad?
You mean tossing your salad?
If you're doing 69 with
Exactly.
poison ivy, are you eating your salad and getting it tossed at the same time?
There you go.
If you're going down on poison ivy, how quickly do you need to go to the emergency room for steroids? Because I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to eat poison ivy.
What?
Worth it. Switch?
Yeah. And for my answer for the Marvel Universe, it would have been the Captain Marvel from the alternate universe. Stay naughty, everybody. That gets flattened, unfortunately.
Remember to go ahead and check out all of our socials, and the easiest place is at Linktree, linktr.ee/nerdgasm.
And
Yes.
3RDGA5M.
Got it right for once. Until next time, listeners, viewers, friends, we will go ahead and talk at you later. Bye for now.
Hi, friends.
Bye.
Who would I fuck from the